Morning, folks. I got old Duke with me here. We're headed out to a job site this morning. It's been real cool in the mornings. We're finally getting a few jobs buttoned up. We'll be slowing down here hopefully soon. Thankful for the work. Praise God for it. But I need a little bit of time on the homestead, catch some things up. You know, Duke went with me today. He's a really good mannered dog, and I figured, hey, why not take him with me? I'm out here by myself today, so he's my co-pilot, and he's doing pretty good this morning. Ain't you, Dukas? Ain't you, Dukas? He don't get to go with me much, but I don't know if y'all can see that right there, but that's my low fuel light. And that's why we carry gas cans. Always got 5 gallons on us. I've been driving around out here on these ranches doing different projects, and I haven't had this truck to town for about 3 days. So having a can of gas, always, whether you need it or not, we need it for 4-wheelers, we need it for equipment. Gas cans are a must. I'm gonna get this filled up, get back on the road. Okay, I'm headed out again. Got me up to about 1/4 of a tank, and I'll refill that when I get to town, when I fill up my truck. There's a lot of benefits to having an extra can of gas in your vehicles. All of these gas vehicles, we carry a gas can in. That reminds me, I've got to get a gas can for the Nissan. We don't go anywhere hardly without it, because you can't trust gas gauges, and you can't trust gas stations. There's been a lot of times out here where we were driving and got pretty low on fuel, and when we got where we were going, the gas station didn't have gas. So we take it and we carry a can of gas for just such occasions. The other thing is in the wintertime, if I've got a can of gas, I can start a fire. If I get wrecked on the side of the road, if I'm in the back country and it comes a freak storm, whatever the case may be, I can either keep my vehicle running, which this truck doesn't have a heater, so I'd be out of luck. Or I can take and I can start a fire, I can build a shelter. Another thing we like to keep in our vehicles is a tarp. I've got a to-go bag in most of these vehicles that has a emergency blanket in it. Just some things that are always just part of our lifestyle, because we go way out into the backcountry. We go places where people would never find us, and we may not have cell reception. So in those type of scenarios, we are our first responder, we are our rescue. So keeping a can of gas, I don't care how wet it is, I don't care how bad it is, I can start a fire. If I've got a 12-volt battery and 2 wires, I can start a fire. 2 jumper cables, I can start a fire. Things like that you need to know if you're going to live in remote areas in the backwoods, because if you don't, I've seen people move out here and they were out of water, but yet it snowed. How can you be out of water if it's snow? They are out of firewood. There's wood everywhere. Nobody's gonna take and fault you for going across the road or somewhere to get enough wood. Even if you got a hatchet, you can get enough wood to stay warm. You might not stockpile it, but you can stay warm. So one part is planning, the other part's survival. And if you don't have a plan, you won't survive. We got a huge dust storm blowing out across the valley over here. You can tell the wind's blowing, but it's blowing all the way across over here. Kind of blowing this way. It's a huge dust storm. You can see it all the way back over in there. Sand billowing up. Huge dust storm. Alrighty, folks. I am on my way to go trade some goats. We picked up 4 goats, as you've seen in another video, and 2 of them are nannies, and they were running with a billy, so I'm pretty sure they're bred, and we really don't want to raise any babies. We just want to take and feedlot. I've talked about that at length before. So I posted them online. An old boy called me. He's got another goat that I can band, make a beef goat. And he's got the pasture and stuff for these nannies. They can go ahead, have babies and everything. And he's a really good contact. I talked with him at length yesterday on the phone, and I think that it'll be a good contact for us. Another really good source of goats and sheep and that sort of thing. So I'm going up here to Sanders to meet up with him, and we're going to do a little goat trading today. So we got goats traded. I got this little guy here. See over there? Got this little guy. He's a real stocky little billy. I'm going to take and band him when I get home, and he's going to be going the program to make freezer meat. A lot of times what we do is we take and we'll buy something with a margin enough that if we trade, we don't have to be too stringent on our trade, we don't have to be too hard on trade. And then we are able to get a little bit of cash, and we still don't have a lot in what we have left. So in these 3, I've got a really good margin, and I've got 3 animals that I can butcher fairly quick. With the milk nannies, I would have had to wait till they had babies. I really don't like to butcher milk goats. Somebody can use them somewhere to take and have, milk. So I really didn't want to butcher them, and then I'd have to grow up the babies and get them to that point. Now I've got 3 that I can take and I can butcher fairly quick, get them in the freezer and have freezer meat. And that's what we try to do. We don't try to raise anything. We try to buy it big enough that we don't have to grow it too long, and then we get it processed. So that's what we're about. So I got that done. Now I am going to go see Miss Polly. She's over doing laundry, and then I'm going to take it. I'm going to head home. So until next time, trust in the Lord and do good. Live off the land. Enjoy the bounty of it. We'll see you later.